What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm back at the salvage yard here. Got some more CB7s in the yard, 3 to be exact. So let's go ahead, see what parts we have to offer on those CB7s. First CB7 come across here, 1992 white LX sedan. Rear window has been smashed out. A little bit of quarter panel rot starting there. Looks to be undamaged from the backside, minus the windows being smashed out. Unwrecked on the front as well. Engine bay is pretty filthy. And look up there in the cowl. This thing has been sitting for quite some time before someone junked this car. Oh wow, someone donated this car. Inspection expired of February 2022. 384,000 miles. Interior hasn't been torn up just yet. The floor mats don't look too bad either. Original radio still intact. Seats aren't in too bad of condition. Passenger floor mat's not in bad shape either. Might as well just go ahead and grab this thing. Yeah, I believe these floor mats will clean up pretty well. Someone could probably use these things. Just gotta use extreme caution since the rear window is smashed out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on before I grab those 2 rear mats. Just try and shake off all the glass I can before I pull it out of the car. There we go, no more glass on the mat. Someone smashed out the rear part of the window here on the door. Just careful, open this door. Again, use extreme caution since there's broken glass. And shake it out as much as you can before you pull the car. And there we go, full set of floor mats from an Accord. Okay, there's nothing of value left on this car for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and see what the other 2 Accords have. So let's go ahead and take a look. 2001 Toyota Camry LE with gold emblems. Not sure if this is OEM or not, but I certainly miss the days, back in the 90s especially, where you could buy brand new cars with gold emblems. I know nowadays everything is chrome and the new trend is black emblems, which looks good as well, but I like the gold as well. What do you guys think? You guys like gold emblems? 1990 Accord sedan, gray, EX trim. A little bit of rear damage right there. No quarter panel rot, surprisingly. Okay, we do have front end damage right here. This looks like fire. As you can see here, this does not look to be collision damage. So I believe this car may have been backed up against a car that caught fire, which is the reason why this front end's all burnt up. Now it looks like a firefighter may have driven a hole right in there in the hood and just kind of peeled it backwards to extinguish a fire, I guess. Yeah, that whole front end's all crispy and burnt up. Yeah, see that fender liner? That's all melted as well. I'll see if I can pop the hood from the inside, but I'm doubtful I'll have results. Got a sunroof for the sunroof visor. Totaled out by Geico. Looks like there's a Tint and Tunes business card right there. Came from Richmond, Virginia. And as you can see, the radio has been ripped out. The center dashboard is all ripped apart. There's no floor mats in here. Nothing of value in the glove box. Back seat's been torn apart. Car probably had a system inside here, I'm guessing. Smells a little dirty in here. Ripped up the back seat here on the driver's side as well. 223,000 miles. And still got the keys right there. There's nothing of value in this car. I don't even know if I can reach that hood release. This door, this Kia, is preventing me from opening this core door, so I can't really reach in there and pop that hood release. All right, well, there's nothing of value left on this car for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the last CB7 here in the yard, which I believe is a red EX. So let's go ahead and head there. Now here's something you won't see on the roads or in the yards for that matter. 1990 Nissan Access. This thing looks to be half minivan and half SUV. I'm not quite sure. Looks like most everything's intact right there. And there's no collision damage right there. So mechanical failure sent this thing in the yard, but man, you just never see these things. 1990 Nissan 300ZX. Rear hatch is missing. Door's gone as well. Of course, you got the awesome T-tops. Front end is intact. Don't see any collision damage, most likely a mechanical failure. Now the culprit on these cars is the working space inside the engine bay. There's just extremely limited space of work on this V6 engine in this small car. Did have a family friend that bought one of these Nissan 300ZXs a few years back. It was a non-turbo version, and he had to send it to multiple shops. Could not figure out the electrical issues it was having. That's just too bad. I think these cars are a lot more beautiful than the Toyota Supra, and I'll stick to my word on that. The 300ZX is just a better design in my opinion. What do y'all guys think? Would you rather have a Supra or a 300ZX twin turbo? 1993 Honda Accord EX sedan in maroon. No indication of front end damage. Rear end is not damaged as well. However, there is quarter panel rot. Somewhere I took out the Sony radio but just left it behind. Interesting, Gainesville, Florida. A little bit of quarter panel rot on the driver's side as well. Fender's got a little bit of dent right there, but I don't think that's enough to tow this car out. This thing has 219,000 miles. Interior is pretty filthy dirty. No floor mats left over. Radio has been taken as well. Back seat's all full of trash along with the floor. Aftermarket floor mats. Still has the Sony 6x9s in the rear deck. Engine bay has definitely seen better days. Now there was a CB7 here in the yard a few months ago, and that engine bay was immaculate. It seemed like that car had maybe 50,000 miles, and sadly they crushed the thing within 3 weeks. It wasn't here too long, so I wanted to go back and get some parts, but it is what it is. So I'm looking for a few parts from my friend in Germany for the cruise control conversion. But these parts are just not worthy of taking apart and sent overseas. A lot of rust and a lot of filth on them. Now there is a bad engine fire here in this Maxima. That's horrible. Hope the occupants are okay on this one. All right, ended up getting the gauge cluster from this EX Accord. My friend in Germany needs this cluster because he's doing a cruise control conversion, and only the EX has the ABS and cruise control indication on the gauge cluster. So it had to be an EX, got the harnesses as well. So let's go ahead and collect our floor mats in this gauge cluster and go check out front. And here's the haul for today. Got a CB7 OEM sunroof visor. Got a full set of blue Accord floor mats in decent shape. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these things up and use the carpet extractor on them. And got an EX Accord gauge cluster. So let's go ahead and take this up front and see what the damage is. Alrighty, that wraps up yet another junkyard visit. And this time around, there were 3 CB7 Accords there. We got some decent parts, including a 4-piece blue OEM floor mat set, an EX gauge cluster, and an OEM sunroof visor. Now, I know I've been slacking, giving you guys some junkyard tours. I've been pretty busy, so in the near future, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys some more tours coming up. Now, one thing to mention, I've noticed in the past few months, CB7 Accords in the yards has depreciated pretty heavily. I remember the record one time, I think it was like 16, and I think I just checked the local yard, I think they got 3. So, I mean, they're getting scarce. I mean, the 94 through 97, they're getting hard enough to find. So, I mean, sadly, as the cars get older, they're more hard to find. So it is what it is. But anyhow, if you guys like these types of junkyard tour videos, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.